Before we begin the broadcast tonight, we would like to remind anyone who is interested in becoming a district sponsor to scan the QR code on the screen now. These sponsorship opportunities are a way for businesses and or individuals to gain exposure in the community, to dedicate a specific facility or area within the district that holds a special place of remembrance, or even for an organization to assist the district in achieving its strategic goals. So good evening, Mustang Nation, and welcome to today's broadcast. I'm Jake Bell, and I'm joined here today by Landon Dunnick, Cam Wickline, Johnny Ionu, Matt Diss, Tommy Marzina, Shane Genscher, Justina Ricchini, Nick Morrow, Matt Leone, and the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rick Brott. Today we face the Knoch Knights in what will be an exciting game to watch. After a tough loss to Hampton, Plum, led by their head coach Matt Morgan, is looking to get back to their winning ways as they push for playoffs. However, Knoch, led by their head coach Brandon Mowry, currently shares a 2-5 record with Plum, except Plum has one more conference win and one less conference loss than Knoch. A player to watch for the Mustangs is Cade Thomas, who transitioned from a star defensive end to a star middle linebacker and proved to be a captain on the field. A player to watch for the Knights is Gavin McGowan, who is a talented running back who the Mustangs should see a lot in this game. And we also like to welcome High Top Sports Network, and we would like to thank their co-owner, Jake DeLuca, for working with us. As we start the game, what do you guys think of this matchup?
I think this is going to be a pretty good game here. We got 2-5 versus 2-5, and I think the Mustangs have a really good chance tonight. Knoch's a very good opponent, and I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Plum's going to also be playing, well, both teams are going to be playing with a little oomph because playoffs are coming up and, you know, both teams want to make it and everyone at this point counts.
No, you guys brought up a good point. I mean, obviously, Plum, we would like to see the Mustangs hold serve at home. You know, they had the Talbots here last week and, you know, 14-7 going into halftime. They let that game get a little bit away from them, but not to take anything away from Hampton. They're a really good football team, and so are the Knoch Knights. So it'll be up to the Mustangs tonight to hold serve at home. They have 3 games remaining on their schedule, obviously tonight against the Knoch Knights. Next week we're at Armstrong, and then the last game of the season against Greensburg-Salem. So they do take 5 teams for the playoffs in the section. So 5 teams from our section, 4 from the other 2 sections. So you know, Plum's playoff hopes are alive. They can actually afford to lose one more game, but you know, if Plum wins out, they can conceivably finish second in the section and actually have a home playoff game since the first place teams receive a bye. So I mean, that would be great in the ideal world, but you have to take care of the first game first, which is tonight against the Knoch Knights.
And, you know, by the way, I agree with everything you guys said. You know, these next few games, or however many, is going to be huge for the Mustangs and their playoff hopes. And also to mention, Logan Brooks is going to be back, and this is Nick Lamia's first game back from injury.
Sure.
So it's going to be nice to see both really talented players to be on the field again.
Yes, and those are 2 huge. I mean, Logan Brooks, we know, is a stud. He was a stud last year, so, and he's been in and out of the lineup fighting the injury bug a little bit with a variety of injuries. So having Logan Brooks back, I mean, we saw the difference he made when we went out to North Hills, Jake, that second game of the season. So, you know, then he got hurt and, you know, that game kind of went a little bit backwards for us. So having Logan Brooks, it's going to be nice to have Nick Lamia back also in the lineup.
And it looks like the Mustangs are going to kick it off here as Belano lines up for the kick. It's not a bad kick, fielded right around the 20-yard line. He's going to try to take it up. He's going to get past the 40. He's going to get right around midfield as he's hit out of bounds past midfield.
And we do have a flag on the play, though, Jake, at the 44-yard line here. So typically that's against the receiving team on a kickoff. We'll see, you know, unless that's a towel on the ground. I don't know.
Yeah, usually we'll see something like an illegal block in the back at this point, so I guess we'll see what the refs call here.
Yeah, maybe that's a towel or confetti. It looks like a flag though on the field. I guess nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be a flag. No one's really.
No one's moving or anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, great kickoff return by the Knights. Well, now ref is singling first down. Start the clock as Knoch takes over on the Mustang 45.
It looks like number 14, Cody Mullen, lines up for quarterback. He takes the snap. He's going to give it to the running back, who's going to get a few yards, around 5 to 6 yards there on the play.
A good first play by the Knoch Knights, who figure, you know, Hampton had some success running the ball last week. A lot of teams have had success running the ball against the Mustangs, so they're going to test that Mustang defensive line and linebacking core. And that was a gain of close to 6, Jake. So second and 4.
Yeah, and that was Shandon Walsh on the stop, and I believe it was Keegan Frazier on the carry, so that's someone we might be seeing this game.
2 wingbacks for the Knights.
He's going to give it to him again, who he's going to get the first down, I believe. Very close call.
Brought down by number 5, Darren Nelson.
So I'm watching Matt Morgan here on the sidelines. You know, he was on the 30s, pacing back now to almost the 40. Doesn't seem overly concerned. 2 run plays, 10 yards for the Knights. So we'll see if Plum tightens it up a little here on defense as the Knights come out in that double wing formation, 1 running back.
We've been seeing that a lot this season for opponents the Mustangs have faced. And he's going to take the snap, give it off to Frazier again, who's going to fight for some yards. He's going to get around 4 on the play, second down.
Still a good gain, though, for the Knights. I mean, you'd like to see him, obviously you'd like to see him play behind the chains, but to see the Mustangs, see them gain 4 yards, you know, 2nd and 6, I think you'll take that on most circumstances. So,
you know, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is definitely going to be a defensive gain. Which defense is going to be able to hold the other team the most?
No, that's a good point, Matt. And I mean, it was a defensive struggle for the first half last week, and then until Hampton opened it up a little bit.
That's going to be Mullen, who hands it off to his back, who's just going to get about a yard or 2 on the play. Nice job by the Mustangs.
That appeared to be number 4, Caden Thomas on the tackle.
Yeah, Caden read that really well, Justino, and that was a gain of 2. So 3rd and 4. Now this is always this tricky in high school, the tricky yardage here. Maybe a little too long for a field goal. Would not be surprised if the Knights ran the ball, because they might be looking at 4-down territory here. So they don't have to like pass on this play. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, you know, in a high school setting, a lot of times it's going to be a 4th down territory. So he's going to get the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back. And I think the Mustangs held them. I believe that is going to be a 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and 1, Jake, at the 26-yard line, maybe 26 and a half.
It's a big hit by number 1, Eric Moore.
Yeah, Eric Moore with the tackle there, Matt. Stuck him, spun him. So, and it does look like 4-down territory for the Knights, as we suspected.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised here if we see a run up the middle for Knoch. They've been doing it for the majority of this game.
And good ball possession drive also by the Knights as the clock's winding down, 8:25. Held the ball for just over 3.5 minutes. Got to be a run, right, guys?
Oh, he's going to hand it off, and they may have stopped him. It's very close.
I don't think, Jake, he definitely does not have the first down.
Yeah.
He's short of the 25, no doubt.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the Mustangs. They're kind of in uncomfortable territory, but they did a really nice job adjusting. They were able to get that 4th down stop. Now the offense is going to be back on the field.
I think that bad snap had a lot. That extra split second, I think that bad snap, he bobbled it on the ground, had to lift up, gave time for the defenders for the Mustangs to penetrate. So, as Matt said, he expects a defensive struggle. So now it's the Mustangs' turn here with 8:13 left to go in the first quarter. See what they come out and do. 6 guys on the line for Knoch here, huh?
And then they're going to give it to Eric Moore, who finds a hole and much more. He's past the 40, past midfield. He's past the other 40. And it looks like he's going to be in the end zone without even being touched. What a run by Eric Moore. First play of the game for the Mustangs.
Well, that's, you know what, Jake, that's what happens when you put 6 guys up on the line right away to stop that running back from running. As soon as he scored it past that initial line of scrimmage, he was off to the races.
What a nice block by the offensive lineman there. That was a tremendous blocking to get him the big hole.
Yeah, and I believe the run blocking is the biggest thing for the Mustangs here this season. They really improved. They obviously have a younger offensive line. How much they improved is amazing, as you've seen there. And the kick is up, and it is good.
I think Polina might have got a little height on that one. We got up underneath that as that just floated across the crossbar. The Mustangs jump out. One play, 75 yards, and here we go. Mustangs off and running, 7-0.
Yeah, that's what Eric Moore will bring you every week. He's going to bring you that big-time play. We've seen that from Nick Odom, too, a couple weeks ago in the first home game. So
sure.
Lots of big running plays.
Yeah, it just shows you how vital the running game is for the Mustangs. They get a lot of success in that, no matter who's running the ball. So it looks like the receiving team is coming out for the Knights here.
Yeah, I think if you're the Mustangs, you want to do a better job here on this kickoff return. Last time he almost broke away on the first one, so you want to make sure you wrap him up.
No, you're right, Justine, and this has been an Achilles heel here. That's Jake Chapla, who was a kicker here, and we've talked about him before in our broadcast. Jake's in charge of the special teams, and so Jake's has had his work cut out for him because they've had some special team gaffes at the start of the season for the first couple games. So he obviously wants to, and the Mustangs need to tighten things up on special teams. I'm sorry, Jay. I was going to say, we can't see it on camera, but the upbacks, the receivers, are on the 18-yard line, so they're not expecting it to go far.
And Belina does exceed their expectations as he caught on his back foot. Not going to get much, just a little bit better than a touchback. So nice job by the Mustangs kickoff team.
Yeah, now it'll be interesting. I still think the Knights will run the ball. They don't have to pass, but you are down 7-0. Like if it gets to be 14-0, you can't take 6, 7, 8-minute drives to try to score a touchdown. So the Knights definitely have to get a couple first downs and move the ball up the midfield and at least pin the Mustangs deep if they don't score. They cannot afford to go 3 plays and out.
Yeah, they usually have a lot of guys in motion, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a run here. He's going to snap the ball. He's going to give it to his back, who's only going to get a few yards. Another nice job by the Mustangs run defense. And that was Frazier on the carry there.
Tackled by Darian Nelson there, number 5, the freshman standout.
Yeah, it's already, his second or third tackle, I believe. So he's already been all over the field on defense.
Yes, he has.
Plum's D-line is looking a lot better than what they did last week as well.
Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, looking to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Nice job by the Mustangs pressure there.
Great.
Yeah, Hampton's line, Matt. I mean, Hampton had a big line. They were big. Knoch big also, but not as big as Hampton. So don't want to bite off too much here, but the Mustangs, last couple run plays by the Knights haven't got too much rush yards. It's 3rd and 7 now, so not 4-down territory. I'd be stunned if this is a run.
Looks like they only have 1 man on the backfield. And he is going to throw the ball here. He's looking to go deep, and he will go deep. It's up for grabs here. And did he catch it?
He caught it?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call it a catch.
That was a circus catch right there by the receiver.
Number 20 for the Knights. Who is that, Matt?
I believe it was 23, actually.
23? I thought 20. You might be right there.
Well, 20 is Sean White, and 23 is Xavier Johnson.
Yeah, Xavier Johnson. I couldn't tell. It's tough to read that gold number, but boy, I thought Plum intercepted it.
That looked like Lamia almost got the ball there at the end.
Yeah.
I think he had his hands on it, and then the receiver just pulled it away.
Looks like they're going to be a similar formation. They are looking for somewhat of an option, but the quarterback will keep it himself, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Kaden Thomas was just all over that and sniffed that out instantaneously.
It's really nice to see him have that sideline-to-sideline speed. Someone like Ryan Shazier, you know, stop him in the backfield, and he made a nice play on that.
Oh, sure, no doubt.
Yeah, it appears Knox trying to take a piece out of what Hampton did last week, run the ball consistently.
And, you know, that's not uncommon to see in high school. You usually see them run the ball a lot, and I'm not surprised they're doing this here. Mullen's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. He's not going to get much there, maybe 4 yards at the most. That was Keegan Frazier on the carry.
Yeah, Frazier seems to be their feature back here, Jake. I think he's going to be the guy, the 6'2 senior. Looks to be the main back here for the Knoch Knights.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, their quarterback is a freshman.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
So he's a young knight. I thought that was funny, Jake.
It was hilarious, Mr. Brott.
Justin, you get that? He's
Yeah.
a young knight. Okay. Well, you guys are a tough crowd.
Looks like they only have one man in the backfield here. Man in motion. And they are going to hand it off. He's not going to get much. I believe that will be a 4th and short.
Yeah, a little misdirection there again, Jake. 23, who was Xavier Johnson, motioned to the left. They ran it to the right. Again, I think we're obviously in 4-down territory here. And, I mean, watching the freshman quarterback throw, I mean, obviously it was a little bit of a lollipop there to describe that long pass. Don't know how Plum didn't pick that off. So, I mean, it's going to be a short passing game for the Knights. So, I'm expecting some sort of misdirection run. Don't know if they'll actually throw.
Looks like they might give it to number 5 again, their big, tall running back.
Yeah, he is in the backfield here. And they are going to hand it off to him. He's going to try to find a hole. I don't know if he got there.
I think we stopped him.
It's going to be right on the line.
This is where John Madden would famously say, if the ref marks it on his right foot, I think first down, and he did. If he marks it on his left, no, they're going to have to bring out the chains.
Yeah, it is going to be a turnover.
Wow. You can see, you know what? If Shane can tilt up and get the yard marker, that yard marker is just past the 25. And look, you can see where the ref has the ball. Like, the ball's not crossing the 25, and the yard marker was just beyond the 25. So Mustangs hold 2 straight series, and they'll take over. And I'm curious how Knoch will come out now, you know, if they try to jam the line and stop the run.
I think they'll back off on this drive after watching what happened last time. I don't think they can afford.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Yeah, and the Mustangs also have talented receivers, so you can't rule them out. So it's going to be tough for Knoch here.
That's 7 in the box, though.
He's going to take the snap. It's going to be a draw to Eric Moore. He's going to try to find some space, and he has the first down and more. He's going off for another big run here. He's going to be stopped at the 35. Another big run for Eric Moore.
No, and I got to give credit to Samo Pitts on that pancake right there.
Yeah, he made a good block, Matt. And, I mean, that was a solid run. Another 40-yard run. I mean, if you had Eric Moore in your fantasy lineup tonight, 105 yards on 2 carries, you're looking real good, right, guys?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Looking really good so far.
It looks like they're going to put Odom in, and rightfully so. Eric Moore does need his rest after those 2 long rushes there. He's going to take the snap. They are going to give it to Odom, who's going to try to find some space as well. He breaks a tackle, gets a nice 4 to 5 yards on the run there.
Yes, he got up to at least the 30-yard line. So good gain of 4 or 5. So the scoreboard saying 2nd and 5. You can see the clock running at the bottom of the screen with our sports stripe. 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs up 7-0.
Heavy dosage of the run so far in this game, guys. I mean, the
Yeah.
clock's been churning really fast.
And that's what happened to you guys last week against Hampton. So Oh, Eric going in motion.
It's going to be Franzo by himself. They're going to give it to Moore, who finds some space, and he's going to get the first down. And Moore past the 10, and he's going to get tackled inside the 10-yard line. Another great play by the Mustangs.
That was a touchdown saving tackle there.
That was Gavin McGowan on the tackle there. It will be 1st and goal, so the Mustangs can pretty much run whatever they want here.
Yes, and when you're at the 5-yard line, not that you want to throw away any plays, but you know, you don't have to pass the ball in the first play. You can run, you can do whatever you want.
And it looks like they're going to give it to Odom, who's going to try to find some space, and he's fighting for some more yards, and he's going to get taken down right around the 1-yard line maybe.
Yeah, I think the 1, maybe 1.5, Jake. So 2nd and goal to go. Eric Moore's coming back in. Odom stays on.
And with both of them in, I believe they're going to try to run the ball at least one more time. You know, you don't put your 2 running backs in there if you're not looking for some kind of running.
Yeah, they're going to put all of them up front here, all the offensive linemen.
And they are going to hand it off to Odom, I believe.
Eric's trying to push him in. They did mark the ball to 2. I think he's right at the 1-inch line. It's probably 3rd and a half or quarter yard to get in the end zone. And I mean, I would assume this is 4-down territory also for the Mustangs. We know the Mustangs have a real good kicking game, but I can't see the Mustangs not going for it with the success they've had on the ground if they don't make it here.
And they also have a great front 7, so even if they somehow don't get this, they have options for a safety. And it looks
right in.
Yeah, and that's going to be another touchdown. Mustangs get up to a quick 2-score lead here.
And that was number 1, Eric Moore on the touchdown.
That's 2 touchdowns already for him after the still 1:15 left in the first quarter.
It looks like Boleno's going to get out there for the kick.
Oh, high
and it's
snap.
a bad snap. He's going to look to throw here. And it's going to be thrown away, so it's going to remain 13-0 Plum.
You know, I think that was the smart move, throwing it away than throwing it into coverage.
No, Matt, you're right. You don't get a return or anything like that. You know, you're up 13-0. You know, there's 1:15 left to go in the first quarter. There's no need to try to force anything. It's 13-0. You know, Knoch hasn't scored yet. So good job by the Mustangs running attack, and Knoch will have their 3rd possession. Now, Knoch's now a little bit behind the 8 ball, which we said last time, guys. Like, you know, they might have to play action, throw a pass here instead of run. So you can't just eat up the clock. So Mustangs in good position.
Yeah, I don't know how much they trust their freshman quarterback so far. He's pretty young, so, I mean, they threw it the one time, but sort of like Hampton last week, only had 3 throws in the first half. Looks to me they're going to keep running it.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't be shocked. You know, if you're the Mustangs and the running game hasn't gone yet, you wouldn't really stop because you have so much talent there. So I believe if Knoch believes that they have so much talent there as well, they're just not going to stop.
And also, like we said, he is a freshman quarterback, so with especially our defense, if he takes one big hit, you don't know if he's going to be able to play the whole game or be able to take the pressure.
And it's going to be a squib kick by Boleno. It's going to be fielded right around the 30. Going to get stopped before he reaches the 40, so nice job on the Mustangs getting there quick.
Yes, I think they wanted to scrib that straight down. Didn't have that opportunity right at the Knoch Knights up back. And so a good field position for the Knights is what they wanted. They're already up at their own 44, almost at midfield here. Be interesting to see what their play calls now are, guys.
I think they might try and run out the clock, running the ball to finish the first quarter, and then start throwing the ball, because they do have a minute left in the first quarter, and I don't think they're going to try and push the ball downfield yet.
I think they're going to push it, Justino. I think they're going to push. They got to move the ball. They can't. They get down 3 scores. It's a long road to hoe here.
And they are going to give it to the running back again. That's Frazier. He finds some space on the side. It looks like he did get the first down.
There is a flag on the play, though.
Yeah, that's definitely a flag, right? I'm not seeing a gold rag or anything.
No, you're all good. That was a flag, and
Okay,
let's see if it's holding here.
Yeah, that came from way down in the secondary, so you would assume if it's a not hands to the face, that's an offensive penalty, and Knoch kind of moving backwards here.
And it will be holding on the offense, so that is going to bring them back, so it will be a 1st and long.
Yeah, well, and actually not, Jake, because it's going to be from the spot of the foul, so that you can see they moved it to the 40. I mean, we'll take it. It was a 1st down, so that penalty had to occur at the 50, so looks like it'll be 1st and scoreboard says 9. That's incorrect. It's 1st and maybe
Might be
from
1st and
40.
9.
Yeah, it is 1st and 9 because they have to. The Knights have to get to the 49, and they moved it back to the 40. So don't see that too often. 1st and 9.
Looks like they'll have a similar formation here. We'll get the snap. They are going to give it to their tailback, who's going to get around 5-6 yards there on the play.
Well, the success that Plum has had on offense, if they're going to continue to run the ball, it is just going to eat. I memean, we're at the end of the 1st quarter. You can see the clock running as we're down now to almost 40 seconds. So, you know, the 25-second, the play clock is not moving. So it is 2nd and 4. Don't know.
I think they're going to run one more play here.
Yes, no doubt, Justin. And 2nd and short, it's probably going to be a run.
And he's going to keep it himself. He's looking to throw, but it will be incomplete. So that will be a 3rd and short here, or mid, I believe.
Yeah, 3rd and 4, 16 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter. Just joining us, Mustangs 13, 2 touchdowns by Eric Moore. Short 1-yard run for the 2nd, and a long 75-yard touchdown run as Eric's over 100 yards in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, after what, like 3 carries, I believe. That's incredibly impressive.
And he caught that screen pass for about 20, 25 yards also, so.
I wouldn't be surprised here if we see a run for Knoch.
Yeah.
After seeing their 2 throws, it doesn't look like they're going to throw the ball much.
Yeah, they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle to pass tonight, Justino. So, and again, we could be in 4-down territory if it's 4th and short.
And they are going to give it to Frazier, and he did not get the 1st down. Great play by the Mustangs.
Oh, and it looks like
Eric, or
number 4, Cade Thomas.
Cade Thomas has the ball, but I think he stopped the forward progress. I think it's still going to be Knoch ball, but.
And also on the play, he did lose what looked like 8 yards on the play, so.
And that will be the end of the 1st quarter. So Mustangs up 13-0. So, like, coming into this game, we knew it was going to be an even matchup. Both teams had the same record, you know, almost a similar record in conference play. But right now, you know, obviously the Mustangs have been the better team. How do you guys think, what do you guys think the Mustangs have done to get to this early lead?
I think so far for the Mustangs, it's been pounding the rock, running the ball. They haven't had many offensive snaps so far. It's been their defense this 1st quarter that's played really well, even without number 77 Jordan Major, who's normally one of the best tackles in the conference. I think that they're holding well right now. I think Knoch right now is trying to hope that they can break those defensive players sometime in this game.
You know, I also think that it's also with the defense, with the group tackles, not, you know, solo tackles. Every defensive player is getting to the ball and helping bring them down and pushing them back.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you guys. You know, the offense obviously has been clicking. They've been utilizing their running backs very well. And the defense has been making it all happen. You know, it could easily be a 14-13 game even with the offensive explosion. So it's nice to see both of the sides of the ball working together. And that's how they got to this 13-0 lead here. And they are going to punt it here. Not a bad punt. And it looks like Samo Pitts is going to call for a fair catch. Fielded right behind the 20 there.
Yeah, I think if you're Knoch, you got to play the field position battle when you're down 13-0. You got to make sure you pin Plum back so you can make sure you can give them the most amount of time to get down the field.
Yeah, and that punt there was better than, punting as far as you can, getting a touchback, so kind of works out for them. And now we have Shane Genscher on the mic here. Shane, how do you think the Mustangs have been playing? Obviously, the offensive defense has been clicking, but what specific have you really liked about the Mustangs?
The running game, obviously. It's been amazing. Those 2 big plays to get the touchdowns, especially on the first drive on offense. That 70-plus yard rushing touchdown by Eric Moore was amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Shane. It looks like Moore will be in the backfield again here. And they will give it off, or he's going to keep it himself. Francie has some space, looking to get a first down here, but there will be a flag as he gets a first down and more.
That might be a hold on the Mustangs right there, as it looked like it was thrown right after a block.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it was holding, so.
Even though there was a flag, that was a great run by number
agree.
6, Sean Francie.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, he made a great decision. I mean, we never know what would happen if Eric Moore got the ball, but Francie got the first down, so you can't, you got to credit him as much as you can there, even though the flag was thrown down.
Yeah, I think Knoch was expecting the run to go to Eric Moore after he's been basically carrying the entire rock, and they were surprised to see Francie run for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I think they got tricked on that play. It was a great read option by Francie.
Yeah, and it looks like the penalty will move them back. It will be a 1st and 12 after the holding, I believe it was. It looks like Francie will be under center. Cade Thomas in motion. He will take the snap. They are going to hand it off to Moore, who finds some space up the middle. He's going to fight for as many yards as he can. Makes it a 2nd and short there.
I wonder if we'll see the Mustangs pass the ball that much tonight, Jake. I know we have a lot of skilled players, David Westurick, Samo Pitts, Logan Brooks. We might have one of the most talented wide receiver rooms in our conference, so I'd like to see us pass sometimes too.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, right now, 2nd and 3, your running game has been amazing. I wouldn't be shocked if they try some sort of quick pass or something, get the receivers going.
Or even just a jet sweep and get an outside run by one of the receivers.
Yeah, I'd like to see also Darian Nelson, one of my impact players last week. I think he needs to get more involved.
And looks like they are going to hand it off. And he's going to get some space. That's Darian Nelson on the carry. So he will get the first down and much more.
I like how we're utilizing the running game right now. We're using a lot of guys in it. We're not just being predictable. We're using Eric Moore, Darian Nelson, even Francie in the running game.
Yeah, as seen on the last snap, Shane, you saw Cade Thomas in there blocking the defensive players. So a lot of defensive guys too on the offense.
And we're showing different motions so they don't know what's coming at them. And
yeah, I agree. And their defensive players are going to have a great sense of the opposing defense while they're on offense. So it's kind of nice to see there. And it looks like they are going to hand it off to Moore again, who finds some space up the middle. He gets a first down, and he's still going. He's going to get past the 35, trying to make a man miss. And he's still not down. He goes out of bounds past the 30. Another amazing run by Eric Moore.
Eric Moore has been Mr. Highlight Reel all night tonight. Through only less than 15 minutes into this game, he might already have over 150 rushing yards, Jake.
Eric Moore is just one of those running backs that every time he touches the ball, he just leaves you speechless.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of someone like Christian McCaffrey while he was in Stanford. That's all they did, give him the ball. And obviously it worked. They were nationally ranked while he was there. So, if the Mustangs can keep doing this well, I wouldn't be shocked if you see Eric Moore a lot more this game.
Yeah, and I think Knoch really doesn't have an answer right now for Eric Moore. They can't stop him. He keeps getting a big run on every play.
And it is going to be a draw to Odom. He's going to get a good 6 yards, I believe, there on the carry.
Yeah, for as good as Eric Moore's been. Nick Odom, too, even when Eric Moore was out hurt for a couple weeks. Nick Odom has been doing really well.
Yeah, I agree. At one point he was leading the team in rushing yards. I don't know if he still does, but he was for a little bit. So it shows you how talented he is even as a freshman. So it will be 2nd and 3rd. Odom stays on the field. Looks like they have 4 men out. Looks like he's trying to jump them, and it might be a false start there.
Yeah, it looks like to be a false start. Looks like they got started a little too early.
You know, I think if Plum scores here, it would just be demoralizing for this Knoch defense.
Yeah, and with Knoch's offensive game plan, Michael, I think running the ball, it's not going to be very good for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, you know, the beauty of being like in a 2nd and short is that now it's only a 2nd and 7, so even though the false start you didn't really want there, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just like, you know, a 1st down carry of 3 yards, so.
Yeah, it doesn't put you back that much. Doesn't really affect you.
It looks like Francis is going to pass. He's going to give it to Logan Brooks. Makes a nice catch for a few yards there.
Nice to see Logan Brooks make his first catch of the game. He's been a very good player throughout his 4 years at Plum High School.
You know, it was also a good hit by number 4, Devin Whitaker.
Whitaker, I believe.
Oh, Whitaker. My bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it looks like whenever we get the passing game going, Logan Brooks and David Westrick will be involved a lot. And some more hits.
Yeah, you know, right now I wouldn't be surprised if they ran it here, but, you know, they have so many weapons on the receiving core, so let's see what they do here. Looks like Brooks is in motion. They are going to hand it off to him, and it looks like he is going to get close to the 1st down. I don't think he got there, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Mustangs go for it here if it is 4th and 1. With Eric Moore and Nick Godum in the backfield, I think you can easily get 1 yard.
Yeah, I would not be shocked at all. I mean, Eric Moore obviously has gotten way more than 1 yard. He's probably averaging, what, like 30, 40 yards a carry so far.
Be, yeah.
I could also see, though, at this point of the game, if they were to kick it, giving Bellino some confidence for later in the game.
Yeah, I agree. You know, you want to get his confidence going, keep him going. Looks like they are showing a blitz here. And they will hand it off to Eric Moore. He's trying to get as much as he can, but I think they might have stopped him short.
This time, Knox blitz paid off. After the first time, the first play of the game, they blitzed and it ended up being a touchdown. This time they get him.
And, you know, you could say, you know, they probably could have ran a play action there maybe, but with that blitz, you know, Francis was going to get rushed pretty fast, and you don't want him to get hit, especially while you're up by 2 scores.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to play it safe there.
This is a huge momentum swing for Knoch if they can start moving the ball down the field, because they stopped the Mustangs and did not give them any points after a long drive. So if they can score here on this drive, this will be huge for them going into the 2nd half.
Yeah, and you know, Knoch isn't going to be an easy team to beat, even though they are down 2 scores. So you don't want to be too easy on them. You know, you want to keep the same mindset and hopefully get another stop. And they are going to hand it off to their back, who's going to try to find some space up the middle. Might have only gotten 3 or 4 yards there.
I've noticed that both their running backs on Knoch, their top running backs, are pretty tall. They might even be taller than Eric Moore. 6'2", I think, their main running back, number 5.
And, you know, I apologize. I believe I said Gavin McGowan was a running back. He is actually a linebacker. As we saw a few times, he made some nice tackles. So definitely someone you want to keep your eye on the defensive side of the ball. Looks like they'll have a couple people in the backfield there. And it looks like it's going to be some kind of end-around type play. It's only going to get about 3 yards there.
Plum defense looking really good, only getting like tripped up for a second and still being able to come around and make the tackle.
Yeah, it looks like they want to get revenge from last week against Hampton when they did not play very well against their offensive line.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was number 1 Eric Moore on the tackle.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, and on that play there, it kind of looked like the starting of some kind of Philly special. Obviously, you don't do that well. You know, you're not in plus territory, but looks like they were planning on running it there, and it was a nice job by the Mustangs to read that and get the stop.
Could you really blame their offense, though? They're down 2 scores, and with 5:47 left in the quarter, or in the half, just try something to get some yardage or get some momentum.
Yeah, absolutely, and they have a man in motion. They're going to give it to Frazier, who's going to try to find some space, but it looks like he lost some yards there. Nice job by the Mustangs front 7.
That looked like that was number 26, Dominic Byer, on the tackle.
I'm not sure what the play call is going to be here for Knoch. You're down 2 scores. Do you want to punt it away and give Eric Moore another chance, or do you go for it here? It looks like they're going to bring on the punting area, though.
You just, you know, you can't, like, you got to punt. Like, you don't make it here, you're giving Plum the ball right back. You just can't. So You know, and again, we talked about running the ball a lot. Like, it's 7:35 of real time, which is usually a minute or two into the second quarter. There's 5:34 left because it's been a running game. The clock's moving.
It looks like Westrick's there on the turn. He's going to get past the 35, try to make a man miss, and he does. And he fights his way close to the 40-yard line.
I don't know what that flag's for.
And I see the Mustangs crowd kind of complaining. It might be some kind of illegal block.
Well, number 24, Jerome Brazel.
Yeah, he made a
he made a
tackle,
pretty big hit in
pretty
it.
big hit here right by the right by David Westrick.
And maybe they might be calling him for.
It is going to be blocking the back.
Yeah, they did throw that flag right away whenever that tackle was made.
That, I don't really think that was a block in the back, but.
I think the vicious nature of that hit was the reason for the call. It looked like after the hit, he sort of just stood up and looked at him, sort of in a mean way. So I think they're going to call him for that.
But hey, it was a good hit, and give credit to number 24.
All right, it looks like Eric Moore will be in the backfield. They have Byer there as well, so it looks like they're giving him some more protection. And they are going to hand it off to Eric Moore, who finds a lane, and he's around the first down yard line. I believe he might have got there. And they are going to call it a first down.
And that was number 44, Gavin McGrone, on the tackle.
He seems to be all over the field tonight for Knoch. He seems to be Arcaden Thomas, tackling everywhere. Not very ironic that his numbers are 4 and 4, and Caden Thomas is number 4. So
I like that little fun fact there. And it looks like Byer will be in the backfield along with Franzi. They'll have 3 receivers on the left. And it looks like it might have been a false start. I believe I saw someone go early.
those are costly penalties for the Mustangs. Whenever you got a lead, you don't want to be taking penalties that are going to put you back, giving Knoch a chance to stop the running game.
And again, you know, as great as the line has been today, they still are very young. It's going to take a little bit more time for them to 100% go on the same page. And, you know, you kind of want to brush it off. I like the Mustangs offense a lot this game, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just something to keep your eye on. It looks like they will show a little bit of a blitz here. And he is going to throw it to Nelson, who makes the catch and much more. And I believe he did get the first down.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, nice job fighting for extra yards by Nelson there.
Darian Nelson is a freakish athlete. He just showed it there. He is, as a freshman, he's already 6'1", which is scary good for whenever he becomes older. He could be even better, even taller. He can be using the slot, a wide receiver out wide. On defense, he's a very multitask player.
You know, Plum's offense definitely has the speed aspect, and that's what they've been doing to just...
Yeah, you know, they have their a lot of like skill possessions there on defense. You know, a lot of receivers, a lot of running backs. You know, and I like Eric Moore on defense a lot as a linebacker because he's able to read the running backs a lot because he is a running back. So, you know, he's able to make that decision really quick, and he's made a lot of huge tackles so far this game.
Yeah, number 72, Devin Curler. I've been seeing him all game. He's been making very good blocks as the right offensive guard. We've been seeing Eric Moore get right behind him every play, so I want to shout at him. He's been having a great game.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to see some offensive linemen getting some love. You know, they don't have really any stats. I don't know if they still keep track of pancakes and everything, but yeah, you know, it's really nice to see him get some love, and obviously he's been doing amazing so far. It looks like Byer will be in the backfield again.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much they're going to throw the ball here, Jake, but you might see one here.
Yeah, usually he's their back whenever they throw the ball, so. And he is going to throw it here. He's going to look deep, and he has Logan Brooks. And he was open, but it was a tough throw to make there, as it will be incomplete.
That was a nice play right there. Just overshot him just a bit. Threw it a little too deep for Logan Brooks there.
Yeah, you know, and I know a lot of people are gonna would like to say, you know, oh, you know, he's open, you gotta connect. That is such a tough throw to make. You know, it has to be perfect. And, you know, not every quarterback you see is like some top Division I recruit, you know. It's going to be tough to make those throws. So it was nice for Francie to make that good decision, and hopefully he can connect again in the next play here.
Yeah, it looks like that was just a split second too early through that ball. If it's just a split second later, you see a bigger, different result there.
Looks like they'll have two guys in the backfield here, Moore and Odom. Or I believe Nelson is there, my bad, as he's in motion. And they are going to give it to Moore, and he fights for extra yards. What a play by Eric Moore. He's past the 20. He's going to get in the end zone. That might have been the greatest run I've ever seen Eric Moore go there, as he broke, what, like 3 tackles there.
Eric Moore's turning into a superhuman tonight right in front of our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. That was one of the craziest runs you'll ever see. He was in the backfield. 2-yard loss right away, and he escaped that for a touchdown.
This is going to be game for Eric Moore for the books.
If you would have him on your fantasy team, you would be really happy tonight.
Yeah, you know, I already accepted defeat there. I was like, and it's going to be a 2-yard loss, but he just broke that off, made an amazing play.
Bellino on the kick, and it looks...
It is going to be no good.
Hit right off the
even though that was a miss there, great way to catch the ball by number 12, TJ Fatulis, a freshman quarterback. That looked like a really high snap there for the quarterback, and he made it a manageable kick there.
Yeah, and we've seen that a lot lately, you know, not the best long snaps there, so hopefully they can get on the same page, because I feel all year it's been amazing. So, you know, hopefully they can get on the right track, and I wouldn't be shocked if we see those kicks get in a little bit more.
Yeah, that's something the Mustangs could work on, but they've been getting better in that, and I think right now when you're watching Eric Moore, there's nothing you can not like about him. He's probably the best player on this field.
There's a brief second where I went to go like that, and I was like, no, can't do that.
Potentially maybe the best running back in the state.
He is one of the top running backs in the state, Eric Moore is. He is, even though his stats may not look promising through the first 7 games, he is really turning that around this game.
Well, yeah, as you said it, he is turning around. I just got the word from Mr. Barat. He has 214 yards already.
That's pretty insane there in one half.
You know, that's good to get in like 2 or 3 games, but
coming into this game, he had 499 rushing yards. 214 is almost half of what he's had all season in this game alone.
That also must mean that the line's doing really, really good.
yeah, and they have. I haven't seen many negative yard gains here, as Bellino kicks it off here. He's going to return it past the 15. He's going to get past the 30, and he will be stopped down. That was Xavier Johnson on the return.
There wasn't a flag on that.
It looks like one of the Knoch players, number 13, was getting really aggressive with 26 Don Byer.
Yeah, I did see that there. I mean, they got it back up fine. They didn't really have any more confrontations, so I don't know if he just wanted to make that block there.
Like he was laying on top of him, but.
So if you're Knoch right here, I think at this point, there's no reason not to throw the ball every single time.
Yeah, you know, with 3.5 minutes left, you got to get something going. You'd like to get at least 2 more possessions here before the half ends.
And it looks like number 5, Keegan. Wait, no, never mind.
And they have a man in motion. That is Frazier, but that is a great read by the Mustangs there. That was number 85, Darian Slaughter on the play. What an amazing stop by in the backfield there.
Yeah, Darian Slaughter is a very big kid. Remembering him from elementary school, he was 5'4" in 3rd grade. He's a very, very tall kid, very talented freshman who's going to be really good for the Mustangs in the coming years.
Yeah, you know, and it makes some of the losses on the defensive line not seem as bad, because, you know, you got a guy like Slaughter who obviously made a nice play there, and he definitely has a lot of potential. So the clock is winding down. It looks like Xavier Johnson was on the return there, or on the motion, and he does get a catch there. It will be for a few yards.
There's the first catch for number 23.
Xavier Johnson.
Xavier Johnson.
That was again Caden Thomas on the stop there. And it will be a 3rd and long.
3rd down 7.
I'm not sure how much Knoch trusts their kicker whenever they get down here further, because with 2 minutes left in a rolling clock, I'm pretty sure even if they do get pretty far, they might have to rely on their kicker.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of shocked they're not in more of a sense of urgency. You know, the clock's running down. Like I said, you'd like to get 2 more possessions, but they're lucky if they can finish this one here. They have a man in motion. It is going to be a botched snap there. And he's looking to throw the ball, and he's going to throw it away.
That was a great play by number 14, the freshman quarterback, picking up the ball and almost connecting with the receiver down there.
It was just short. That throw.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Knox planted just, you know what, end this half, go to the locker room, and come out next half stronger than before. And
yeah, I think that's going to be their plan there, Mike. I mean, they've struggled really much. I think they got to reset in the locker room because Eric Moore has just been, as we mentioned earlier, 200-plus rushing yards in less than one half.
Looks like they will punt the ball here as the punt is underway. And it looks like that's Brooks on the return, and he is going to return it. Makes a couple men miss. Nice play by Brooks, and he's going to try to find some more space. And he has some space there. Nice return around the 45.
Great return there by Logan Brooks.
you know, and it's still only the first half, but you could arguably say that this has been the Mustangs' best game so far this season.
I would like to say Knoch may have struggled this half, but their punter has looked really well in the field position battle. He looks to be one of their best players on the field. Very, very good kick.
Yeah, and I agree with Matt. This could possibly be Plum's best performance. I mean, we're tearing up their defense with our running game. Multiple plays, multiple running plays, over 40, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah, also looks like Knox's game plan has sort of been thrown out the window with the run game. They have not been able to get that going.
Yeah, and against Mars, you know, their defense pretty much won them the game here, even though the offense did well, but now both sides are clicking here. It looks like they are going to hand it off to Moore, who's going to spin move. Only get a couple there.
Moore on the carry.
And it looks like he's down. Landed weirdly.
It looks like Matthew Carney there on the tackle.
Yeah, and he is down, so they're going to get the crew to see what's wrong.
You know, this is definitely a critical injury for the Mustangs offense.
Yeah, it looked like he landed weirdly whenever he was getting tackled.
Ladies and gentlemen, each year nationwide, over 160,000 students.
Yeah, and it looks like they're seeing if they are going to be able to get him up here.
This is really tough to see here at this point in the game. After 200-plus rushing yards in the first half so far, this is really hard to see.
Yeah, let's hope it's just a minor injury and he can just come back out strong in the second half.
Yeah, and you know, I believe that was his shortest run other than that touchdown there. So, you know, obviously Eric Morris has been having a great game.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive that is his shortest yard, even and it was like a 5-yard rush, and that's his shortest yard. That's pretty impressive.
And, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't even have 10 carries yet this game, and he already has, what, 200-plus yards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, and you just hate to see injuries for any player on any team, no matter what, you know, side you're rooting for.
They were able to get him up, so that's some good news.
Does look like he needs assistance, though, getting over, so we'll see what happens here.
And, you know, as much as we'd love to see Eric Moore this whole game, if the Mustangs keep control and they're able to get to a 4-possession lead, I wouldn't be shocked if they just kept him on the sideline, play it safe. You know, you don't want to get a further injury.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Jake. We still have Odom, we still have Nelson, we still have a lot of people that are involved in this running game that can get a lot of carries and a lot of plays done.
It looks like Byers in the backfield, so they might look to throw here. And they are. He's looking to go deep, and he's trying to step up, but he will get sacked. And that will be a 3rd and long. So let's see what the Mustangs do here, if they're just going to run the clock or still try to go for some big plays.
I wouldn't be surprised here if we see a timeout by Knoch. They still have a chance here if they can get a big play.
Yeah, this is a big play for Knox's defense with it being 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it looks like there is a timeout of some sort. and it will be on the Mustangs. So I believe that's their first timeout, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you are correct on that.
So not a bad time to burn a timeout. You know, you want to kind of figure out what you want to do here. 3rd and 14. Obviously, like, we have a lot of trust in their offense. They can get a lot of big plays done, but let's see what they want to do here. You know, you are up by 3 possessions. You don't need to do anything crazy, so.
Yeah, I think they're just going to play it safe here and try and run out this clock, and then probably pin him back with the punt.
Yeah, and they do receive the ball in the second half, so, you know, no matter what, they should be the last and first team to get the ball, so let's see what they do here. It looks like Pitts is going to be all by himself there. Looks like they're showing blitz. Franzi is looking to throw. It's going to be a screen. Darian Nelson makes the catch, and he's going to have some space. He's going to get a first down and more. Nice play by Darian Nelson, running over a couple people.
That looked like a dead play out of the backfield right there. It looked like it was to nobody, and all of a sudden Nelson pops up with the ball. That's something he can do with his height. He can really jump high, track star as well, so he knows how to get up.
And it does look to be either a knee or calf injury for Eric Moore.
Yeah, it does look to be that way.
It looks like Franzi is going to throw, and it is going to be incomplete. A little bit of miscommunication there.
Looked like he was looking for number 21, Nick Lamia there.
In the play before, it didn't even look like many people were blocking. It looked like a straight blitz at Franzi, and he got rid of the ball, and it was a great play to Darian Nelson.
Well, I believe it was a design screen, so all those players were going to go there regardless. But I do get what you're saying. It's nice for him to adjust because there are a lot of people there, and, you know, Nelson had to make a great catch just because of that situation.
31 seconds. I don't know if we'll see Boleno come out here to get some yards.
Yeah, I don't think you have to force anything.
And he is looking to throw. He's going to roll out to the left, try to get as many yards as he can. I wouldn't be shocked if they use a timeout here.
There is a timeout by the Mustangs.
And there is going to be a little over 22 seconds left in the first half.
Is that the last timeout, Jake? Is that they have one more?
I want to say they have one more, but I cannot tell.
I believe they have one more timeout. So they might be looking to get a field goal here to close out the half to make it a 20-plus lead.
Yeah, I was just about to say that if they can't get a touchdown here, they might just get enough yards to kick a field goal.
Or I could see them running, like, you know, one more design run either up the middle to help Boleno out on that kick.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't be shocked. You don't want to do anything too crazy. Obviously, you're in great position here, so let's just see what the Mustangs do.
And it does look like number 1, Eric Moore, will be doing some warm-ups and running on the sidelines, so hopefully now he's going to come back.
Looks like it was a minor calf injury there.
That's great to see, him running on the sideline.
Yeah, you know,
you're obviously not going to put him out there to finish the first half, I don't think. Not at this point.
it looks like they might be in a position to throw here. And they are. He's looking to throw deep, and he is going to go deep. That's the Mo Pitts. And it's just going to be out of the hands, but it will be a flag, so it might be pass interference on the defense.
I could almost call 2 flags on that because after he threw it, it looked like there was almost a roughing the passer.
Yeah, that was a good call by pass interference. Defender never turned his head. That's what they always teach in football. Turn your head around whenever that ball gets in the air. That way you can not get called.
Yeah, you know, I watched a lot of struggling Pitt defenses and their cornerbacks not doing that like around 5 years ago. So, you know, it's something vital to have, you know, that awareness.
Yeah, that's where you get the pass interference calls when that's like pretty much an automatic for an official.
And it will be a first down and a great situation here for the Mustangs.
I wonder if they'll be looking for a touchdown with only 15 seconds left.
Yeah, and it looks like they are going to throw here. Usually Don Byer is their back whenever they throw it, so see what the Mustangs do here.
Looks like you have some Mo Pitts one-on-one.
Yeah, I think they're going to be going his way on this pass.
And he is looking left, but he is going to go to Pitts, and it is going to be incomplete. So you were right, Shane. They did go with Pitts, but it was incomplete.
Looks like Matt Morgan wants a penalty flag there.
Yeah, that could very well have been pass interference. but it looks like not to be, so it will be a 2nd and 10.
Looked like some late hits there by Knoch's defense.
It looks like they're going to have similar formation here.
Might be some problems with the scoreboard as the ref and Coach Morgan are looking up here at the box.
Yeah, and with 8 seconds left, I think we're going to be trying to go for the touchdown here, but if we can't get it, field goal, settle for the field goal. Oh, they just added 3 more seconds, so we'll see what they can do here.
I think you might see one more throw before they bring on Valeno if they can't get it in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. 11 seconds left. You have time for another play before you kick the ball.
Looks like Knoch is calling a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like Knoch's calling the timeout there. That might be their first of the half.
Yeah, and why not there? Try to get your defense together because the Mustangs could easily get a touchdown before the half ends. So you want to make sure everyone's prepared for that. And I wouldn't be shocked if they have a few guys in the end zone just protecting that end zone there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they're still putting Pitts one-on-one. It looks like they really trust their one corner out there. He's been doing a really good job so far, but I think putting Pitts one-on-one is something the Mustangs are going to look at.
Especially with his height.
Yeah,
and
very tall. I think he is the tallest person on the team.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy how someone like Eric Moore, like he has the height to be like a very talented receiver, and he's a running back, so that's even better to me. Obviously he has that height and he has the strength to be able to break the tackles that we saw.
Yeah, not all running backs in today's day are very extremely tall, so you can be any height.
It looks like they'll have 4 guys out here. Francie is looking to throw. He's going to go deep.
To Samo Pitts.
And he is going to catch it.
Be a touchdown.
They are going to call it
a touchdown.
That's going to be a touchdown, Samo Pitts.
I believe he got his foot down in bounds. What a great catch by Samo Pitts. One-on-one coverage exploiting the defense.
Looks like number 6, Sean Franzi, is a little shaken up on the play.
But that was a great throw by Franzi. That was perfect, and Pitts had the great awareness. He was able to make that catch. That was a great connection between the two.
Eric Moore trying to hype up the parents over here.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Eric Moore was trying to get the crowd hyped up after that touchdown.
And the kick is up.
And
it is good, so it will be 26-0 Mustangs pretty much to end the half, I believe. There's a little over 5 seconds left.
Yeah, this is safe to say the best half the Mustangs have had all season long. This might be some of them, already 26 points in one half. This is a very, very high-scoring game for the Mustangs.
I have to say, I do not think there is any better place to be on a Friday night for high school football than here at Plum.
Yeah, great atmosphere so far tonight, and especially when Plum's winning.
Yeah, I totally agree with both of you, and I don't know if Knoch's going to do anything here. I don't know what they can do with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they just take a knee or something. But
yeah, if I'm the Mustangs, I give them a squib kick. That way they can't. That way they have to return it, wind the clock down. I think Knoch's looking forward to trying to reset in the locker room.
Yeah, and the biggest win the Mustangs had this year was, I believe, 29-0 against Mars. They're already up 26-0 in the first half, and I don't see any signs of them slowing down. They haven't stopped any momentum yet. As we saw in the Highlands game, the Mustangs were up, 14-0 very quick, and then, momentum shifted, but we haven't seen that yet, so I don't see any signs of stopping.
Yeah, it looks to me that Knoch's game plan of running the ball quickly faded away once the Plum defenders got into the game.
And they are going to get a normal kick here. He's going to field it past the 10, looking to get some space. And that was Johnson on the return. He wasn't going to get much.
And that looks like it's going to end the half.
That will end the half right
with
there.
With your score, Mustangs 26, Knoch nothing.
All right, so now that the first half has ended, I know we've been saying a lot of good things about what the Mustangs have been doing, but what do you guys think has been the main part in the Mustangs' early 26-0 lead?
It has to be Eric Moore.
Yeah,
You'd be a fool not to say Eric
that.
Moore. He has been the best player, over 200 rushing yards in one half. Those are numbers you just will not find anywhere else. Those are extremely good numbers. Almost half of his rushing yards coming into this game came in this first half. So got to be number 1 Eric Moore, best player on the field.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Definitely Eric Moore, huge running plays after another, and huge touchdowns overall. The running game has just been amazing this entire game.
Yeah, and especially with there is also a close second with this Mustangs defense being able to shut down Knoch's offense. So you got to give the defense some credit too.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. The offense and defense have been clicking very well. And before we end the half, I would like you all to get your focus on the Knox band here and the Plum Mustangs homecoming festivities. And that will conclude our first half. Mustangs 26, Knoch Knights nothing.
Good. We found out that we are now head west.
Under the field leadership of gunman Jack Walker, Andrew Whitman, the game captain Kevin Gordon, Jake McCurdy, James Sloan, Justin Morris, along with gunline captains Kevin Golden and William Smith.
The same as we are head west psych, actually. I think it's Lock Haven and Bloomsburg.
Really good.
Tonight the game will open its halftime show.
They're all going well. Some of mine are super easy. My hardest is my psych class.
I'm so glad we made it. So please join us as the knockout
Yeah, we have morning practice every day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is like regular practice. Tuesday and Thursday is conditioning and lifting. And then I have lifting Friday afternoons too.
Well, I mean, all those areas, all that stuff.
Yeah. I've gotten used to it though.
That's good. How's the room?
One of our other roommates is on the team, and I've known her because we played for like club together all through high school. And our other roommate, she's like, because her parents moved from Philly to Edinburgh, and she decided to go to school there. So she just lives with them. And she pays $4,000. You have a room at school, but it's like, it'd be like the most expensive room because we can have like our own room with a full-size bed and a living room and a pool. She pays that much money. I asked her, I was like, hey, like, are you living with us? Like, if we want to find another roommate that way, like, we don't have to pay for it just in case. And she told me already, but I asked her, oh, wow. Like, she said that I wanted her gone.
Center it though. Center on the drum major, please. Land it. You switch to switch, right? I can tell. Yeah. Help yourself to detail.
Now we will feature our very strong and distinct leadership of Telegraph Captain Paige Pay, Patrol Captain Victoria Miller, and Quartermaster Violet Higgins. Marquette Captains Mia Savannah and Emma Vanetta, and Quartermaster Ryan Hunt. Major Captain Lexi Sidlack, and Feature Twirler Madison Glenn. Our squad will perform to the 2012 Hip Hop Hit Can't Hold Us by the dynamic duo of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis featuring Ray Dalton. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So put your hands up like the ceiling can't hold us.
Hi, Garrett. How's college?
How's your college?
It's good. Yeah. Well, technically, we're Penn West. We're Penn West now, Garrett.
Oh, is that what they're called?
The saying is we are Penn West.
I think something from Edinburgh.
It's like wish.com, Penn State.
Something like they combine all.
Oh, yeah, like it was like the
To guide you through this evening, we're leaving with the 2006 Ultimate Encore Bible Band, My Chemical Romance. Here's Welcome to the Black Parade with trumpet soloist Brady Slang and Isaac Grace.
I literally think I watched this so I celebrate sometimes. So it's fine. I'm actually just deteriorating. That's my keys. The fact that I even have kneecaps left amazes me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cam Ridgeway. On behalf of the senior class of 2022, we welcome you all home to our ceremony. As we acknowledge the members of our 2021 homecoming court, we would also like to acknowledge the members of the 2021 prom court who will be presenting flowers tonight. Now, it is time to meet our homecoming court, beginning with Lindsay Adams, escorted by Cody Pavone. Lindsay Adams is the daughter of Nicole and Alan Adams. She is a member of varsity Slowpoke softball team, Penn High School Chamber Choir, and an active member in Best Friends. Lindsay is undecided on her future plans at this time, but is interested in becoming an esthetician. Presenting Lindsay with flowers are prom court members Tristan Knoch and Ryan Hoffman. Up next is Kai Johnson, escorted by DeAndre Johnson. Kai is the daughter of Rochelle Robinson and DeAndre Johnson, who is escorting her here on the field tonight. Kai is a varsity volleyball player, basketball player, and forward for field track. Kai is also this year's senior class president. Kai plans to major in biology and HBCU for her undergrad and plans to become a surgeon. Presenting Kai with flowers are prom court members Macy Barrett and Matt Bates. Up next is Laura Marston, escorted by Austin Moore. Laura is the daughter of Colleen and Jay Marston. She is a varsity softball player and the treasurer of Best Buddies and National Honor Society. Laura hopes to apply math to a career in medicine or education. Presenting Laura with flowers are prom court members Elizabeth Glassford and Ryan Kaufman. Up next is Caitlin McKenna, escorted by Zach Gronkowski. Caitlin is the daughter of Jen and Jason McKenna. Caitlin is a member of the National Honor Society and hopes to continue her education in Florida. She is currently undecided on her major. Presenting Caitlin with flowers are prom court members Julia Chapkus and Walker Schneiderwalker. Up next is Tori Ruggiero, escorted by Luke Kowalski. Tori is the daughter of Todd and Lori Ruggiero. She is captain of the All Varsity Soccer team. Tori is continuing her soccer career at Edinburgh University where she plans to study business. Presenting Tori with flowers are prom court members David Natani and John Allen. Up next is Jade Todd, escorted by Ian Yerch. Jade is the daughter of Brenda Todd and Eric Parker. Jade is a varsity soccer player. Jade plans to continue her soccer career in college and wants to become a forensic investigator. Presenting Jade with flowers are prom court members Ellie Tondrell and Thomas Rosino. Now, please welcome last year's homecoming queen, Abby Lewis, who will be crowning this year's 2021 homecoming queen. Presenting Abby with flowers are last year's homecoming queen, Cameron Moss and Eric Sistemato. And now, by proclamation of the class of our 2022, our homecoming queen is Mara Marston. Congratulations to all the members of this year's team. The senior class would also like to send a special thank you to our sponsors, Ms. Smith and Mr. McFeely, and also the Plum Color Guard and the Air Force JROTC Saber Team for their participation this evening. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you, and let's go Mustangs.
Oh, it is, okay. Wait, no, okay. Are we done?
Yeah, I'm totally taking a piece of pizza.
Okay, not to brag or anything, don't know if I messed up anything else, but getting her reaction was the best part.
Hey, who won the cool thing? Mara Marston. Mara Marston? Oh, cool. Thank you. All right. Thank you. See y'all. Good luck. Peace. You want to see?
Ladies and gentlemen, you get out your 50-50 tickets. The winner will receive $465. The winning ticket number is 848-070. That's 848-070. Please report to the press box to claim your prize. You have 30 seconds.
That would have been funny.
15 seconds left.
They obviously didn't count up the votes, they just picked someone.
If the redraw is an Italian drawing, I'm just going to tell you.
She translated the voters.
For those that didn't hear it, it's 848-070.
Imagine if the guy that went to the bathroom. Shane, imagine if the guy that went to the bathroom. That'd be pretty cool.
I'm still on up.
I guess like whenever I'm in it.
How much time is this?
Jake, say congratulations on which is winning the award.
Congratulations.
Looks like somebody took your chair.
Let's say you took the chair. Everybody missing it off. There's no king for
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Redraw.
I have to switch this. I have to switch. No. Hey, you didn't say switch this mic back.
So mics are gonna be on in about 10 seconds.
Well, if someone mics are live, I can just sit here.
We have a winner, and for the football team, the winner donated $100 back. Thank you very much.
Do it. Is there another chair? Yeah,
No, that's all right.
yeah, that, you can sit in that one over here. You guys start like that on the set.
Dude, when you reach us with pizza too soon, they snapped your arm.
All right, so before we start the second half, we would like to congratulate Mara Marston on winning Homecoming Queen. We'd like to also congratulate everyone else who was mentioned. That was a great accomplishment. And yeah, so before we start the second half, what do you guys have to think? What do you think the Mustangs are going to do to start and get the tempo going?
I think they got to keep the same game playing. I think they got to keep the same game plan going throughout the second half. Don't change anything. It was working in the first half. Maybe take off the pressure a little bit. It seems to be that they have a really big lead right now, but keep it going.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just keep up the running game. I feel like I say that every time because, I mean, it's just amazing, this entire running game. But, yeah, just keep it up with the amazing play on offense and defense.
And I think we need to keep the pressure up on, keep the pressure on defense because, you know, anything can happen still.
And that's going to be Westrick on the return, and he's going to try to find some space. He's past the 30, down right around the 30.
Brought down by number 19.
So a nice return to start up the half here, as is Mustangs football.
Yeah, you might see Santino Saccone in this game, too. I wouldn't be very surprised with a big lead. Give him some action. I'm sure he's willing to prove himself here.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to get more guys involved who are on the bench, you know, get them more, like, involved more.
Not sure if Eric Moore's coming out. Does not appear to have a helmet on.
Yeah, it looks like Nelson will be the running back here as Franzi does take the field.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to just rest him, I guess, for a little bit.
If you guys can't tell, Logan Brooks is like there's just no one around and not even like a cornerback that's supposed to be there.
It looks to be there's a corner there in the area.
But not even on him.
No, not on him at all.
They're going to throw it to Brooks. He is going to make the catch, make a man miss, and he will get the first down. So a nice first play by the Mustangs to start the half.
Yeah, I'm surprised number 4 on the Knoch defense, Devion Whitaker, he played so far back on that play.
Yeah, we
I'm
took
pretty
advantage
surprised.
of that.
Yeah, that was a quick little pass right there that made it all the way for a first down.
Yeah, we took advantage of them not even being on Logan there.
Yeah, that was a great call.
Yeah, and it looks like Odom and Nelson will be in the backfield here. Wouldn't be surprised if they go on the ground here. So we'll have 2 guys on each side. It looks like Odom was in motion, but it will be a false start.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those tonight. Maybe, I think they are putting in more younger offensive linemen here. They do have a lot of sophomores and freshmen on the offensive line. So I would expect some miscues.
Yeah, you know, as much as you wouldn't like that to happen, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to happen. It's just the nature of the game, just getting everything figured out and everything, you know. You don't have, like, Colton Lohman and Evan Azera there again, so it's going to be, there's going to be some new faces, so I'm not surprised that something like this was going to happen.
Yeah, last year you had very talented offensive linemen, 2 stone walls there on the either side, left and right tackles. That sort of feels like that was the reason for their success last season as well.
That whole senior class was just so talented.
Yeah, it definitely helped them make the playoffs, absolutely. And they are going to hand it to Nelson on the draw, who might have gotten a couple yards there on the play.
Yeah, Darian Nelson, even though he hasn't been in the game very much there, Jake, he's still been an impact player. We saw that screen pass at the end of the first half that he caught out of nowhere. So he's still an impact player that's very young. So being a freshman gives him a lot more. He's only got a few games under his belt.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of like someone like Jacoby Meyer for the Patriots. He gets a lot of touches, does really well, just doesn't find the end zone. Not necessarily his fault, just the game plan around him. And it looks like Odom will be in the backfield. High snap from Franzi. And he's looking to go deep, and he has Pitts open, and he makes the grab. He's going to be past the 10, and he's going to get down inside the 5-yard line. Another big play by Pitts.
And remember earlier he had a throw to Logan Brooks that was just a little late on the big throw. That was a big throw by to Samo Pitts.
Yeah, that was a great throw, right on the money. And Pitts would have been in the end zone if he wasn't tripped up there, but that was a great play overall.
There is some laundry on the field, but it was a roughing the passer on Knoch. Will not affect the play. That's a huge play right there.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Franzi. We haven't seen him test deep much, but he threw a perfect throw to Pitts, and he just had the space to make the catch.
The Mustangs are on all phases of the ball just looking way better today on offense. and defense too. They haven't had a lot of. I think the good thing for the Mustangs is keeping their defense rested, because they've struggled when their defense gets on the field, and turnovers have been the issue. So I think limiting those is the key for the Mustangs.
Yeah, right about now, I don't think our defense has to worry that much. Our offense is putting on off a clinic right now.
And it looks like Odom will be in the backfield again here.
Does appear that way.
Not showing any blitz here.
They are going to bring.
And he is going to give it to Odom, who's going to stay on his feet.
I think that's a touchdown.
It is a
Oh my God.
touchdown. Touchdown Mustangs. I thought he was stopped in his tracks.
I'm surprised they're not stopping on first contact like they do in the National Football League. This is strange. That looked like he was wrapped up very quickly. And
Yeah, I thought he was on the ground.
Yeah.
I thought he was just wrapped up 1 yard or so, but he fought and he got in the end zone. 32-0.
Yeah, like an Eric Moore type play there, and he proves why he was leading the team in rushing yards at one point. And it looks like the kick is going to be good, so it will be 33-0 Mustangs.
This is something you love to see from the Mustangs. They're showing all the teams that that are coming up on their schedule that they're going to be for real.
Yeah, and the Mustangs are really proving that they're way better than their record shows. They're just one game ahead of the conference to Knoch here, and they're showing up like they're the best team in the Whippeals, like one of the best team in the Whippeals. So it's really nice to see here the Mustangs keep going, and hopefully they have as much momentum as they do now to hopefully make the playoffs.
Yeah, they might not even need Eric Moore the rest of this game, to be honest. He's already done it. I don't think they even need to bring him in at this point in the game with 33-0 lead. You might end up seeing the backups come in here late in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and if you seen Eric Moore, he doesn't have a helmet on. Usually everyone who's going to get in has a helmet, so I wouldn't be surprised, like you said, if they kept him out this whole half, and rightfully so. He already had an amazing game. You don't want him to get hurt because, Mustangs are pushing for a playoff, so you want him to be as healthy as he can to that point.
Yeah, he already had an insane game for one game with 200-plus rushing yards, which is something you rarely see in football anyways, and he did it in one half.
And I think that touchdown was really demoralizing for the whole Knoch team, because they were probably, they were hoping that they'd come out here, slow Plum down, and, that just didn't happen.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's going Knoch's way this entire game. It looks like they're fighting, but they're not getting anything done.
That was Jake Murphy on the return there, number 87. He's a tight end, so I believe that wasn't the first return we saw from him.
At this point for Knoch, I think there's nothing to lose to throw the ball. I think they have to throw the ball consistently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And it looks like they have one man as a safety for the Mustangs.
Looks to be Franzi back there all alone. Looks to be they're going to be playing single high safety for the rest of this game. Doesn't look like they're going to put too many people back.
And he is going to keep himself looking to throw, but he has some pressure. And he is going to get past the defensive lineman there, and it looks like number 14, Mullen, is going to get the first down.
Yeah, that's a shifty move by him. He looks to be a promising quarterback. He hasn't produced very well with throwing the ball, but he does look to be very shifty with his legs.
Yeah, he's that kind of dual threat quarterback. You never know what you're going to get whenever he snaps the ball. You don't want him to be too comfortable in the pocket, but you don't want him to go out scrambling and get a few yards there. So,
and it is definitely a lot of pressure for, especially a freshman quarterback coming in, playing, varsity. But even though they're losing, it looks like he's handling it pretty well.
There is a flag on the field here. I don't really remember seeing any penalties.
Yeah, I didn't either. Let's see what they call here.
Looks like they're calling it on Knoch. Holding, possibly. Seems to be the likeliest call there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it was. Because they did go over to Knoch's sideline there.
Yeah, Knoch has had a struggle. It looks like their identity is to run the ball, and at this point in the game, maybe with this large of a gap, they might start running the ball more. Only because that the game seems to be pretty far out of reach. So maybe they're going to try and just get some points on the board, feel confident, and start running the ball.
Refs
Yeah.
still haven't said anything about what's going on. They're just still continuing to talk about it.
Yeah, they do not look like they understand what's going on. I'm not really sure if I understand either.
Yeah, it reminds me of Highlands a couple weeks ago. There is at one point where none of us knew what was going on. It looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on Knoch, so we'll push them back.
That is a strange penalty right there. I don't really remember seeing anything unsportsmanlike. That's just demoralizing for Knoch. They've already had such a struggling game. Now, when you get a really good play, big play down to almost midfield, it goes all the way back.
Makes first down for Knoch.
Yeah, and it will be, the scoreboard doesn't say it, but it will be a first and even longer, so not the greatest situation in the world, but nothing impossible here for Knoch.
See, and I think at this time it's where, you know, how much trust do you have in your quarterback, and you could see where like how comfortable he is down 33-0.
I think it is 1st and 10 though, Jake. Looks like the penalty was after the play.
Yeah, it does appear to be. And they are going to hand it off to their back, who's going to get a nice 5 to 6 yards there. That was number 44, Gavin McGowan. So they are including him in the running game here. It didn't appear like he was their featured back, as I kind of predicted here, but still going to utilize him.
Pretty sure that was number 4, Caden Thomas.
Yeah, Caden Thomas has just been all over the field. The leading tackler for the Mustangs, I do believe, Jake. He has been the best player on defense this season.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. He is all over the field, and usually you want your inside linebackers to lead the team in tackles. You don't want like your safety or cornerback, because that usually means they got beat or, you know, missed coverage. But if your inside linebackers doing that, that's always a good sign for the Mustangs.
2nd and 4 for the Mustangs.
They have a man in motion. They will give it to him. That's Johnson. He finds some space, looking for the first down. He might have gotten stopped short. Let's see where the refs place it here.
Looks like he did get the first down. They're going to give him a first down there. Looks like he was a bit short.
Yeah, I thought he got stopped short. Like whenever he kind of slid on the ground, he was past the first down yard marker, but I thought he was stopped short, but it will be a first down.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they're running the ball, even with just under 8:30 to go here in the game.
And he will take the snap. He's going to give it to their back. Not going to get much there. That was McGowan on the carry.
They're still getting 4 or 5 yard gains, though, which is good for them because they've really struggled passing the ball. And I think, you know, getting back to their identity is what they need to do.
Knox's offense is looking better in this 3rd quarter than they have earlier in the game.
Yeah, than they were in the 2nd quarter when they passed the ball a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And he will take the snap. He's going to give it to his back again. That's McGowan. He's going to get a couple yards, but it will be a 3rd and short.
I think the Knoch Knights could relate to the Steelers in a way. When you're trying to run the ball early and then you get down big, you sort of shy away from that. But now they're sticking back with it at this point in the game. You got to stick with the run.
Yeah, it doesn't show me much confidence that they have with their offense, because if I were them, I try to get as many big plays as you can early, you know. Go, hurry up, try to do anything you can to get in this game. But it looks like they're just trying to see how certain plays are going to do for them. And so far it's been working well.
Yeah, it's 4 down territory every time now.
And he is going to hand it off to McGowan again, who is going to get the first down. So nice run by McGowan there.
McGowan looks to be a fullback when you watch him play. He looks to be like he's not going to go in the outside. He looks like he's straightforward, get the first down yardage, sort of like a Derrick Henry. In a way, Derrick Henry is more of an outside back, but he could still run inside.
It looks like you have a couple people in the backfield. Johnson in motion. They will give it to him. Going to try to find some space on the left. Quickly broken up, and he will get about 3 to 4 yards there.
Even though they're not getting much, I think this is positive for Knoch. Driving down the field, trying to take time off the defense, and maybe get a big play here or there, and show they're still competing.
Yeah, they have been running the clock. There's only 6.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. You know, that's pretty shocking, because this is their first drive of the game, and Mustangs got to that quick touchdown, so they have been running the clock a lot.
Yeah, similar to Hampton last week, running the ball on every play.
They're going to give it to McGowan again, who's not going to go anywhere there, so nice adjustment by the Mustangs defense.
Now we have the Plum drum line entertaining the crowd here, the student section, as they do every Friday night.
And that was Jack Majors on the stop, and it's nice to see him back on the field. He was having some concussion trouble. Wasn't sure if he was going to play today, but nice to see him back on the field.
Yeah, Jack Majors has been huge. That defensive line has been huge in this game. They have not allowed Knoch to get comfortable.
Looks like McGowan is back in the backfield. Wouldn't be surprised if they go with him here. And they will. He does find a hole for a first down and more.
Oh.
44 McGowan on the carry.
And that was number 24, Jerome Brazel there on the stop.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by Brazel there. He has been very good.
Yeah, he's another guy that's been all over on the defensive side. And again, it's really nice to see, you know, we haven't seen him on offense, you know, it's nice to see these true defensive players make some big plays. And he is going to keep it himself. That's Mullins. He's only going to get a couple yards, though.
Yeah, I wonder if they have any more quarterbacks on their depth chart that could throw it farther. I'm not sure if they have any more on their depth chart that they might use, but, I mean, anything they could do right now, they probably should use.
Yeah, and that was Darian Slaughter on the stop there, so it will be 2nd and 8.
A lot of new faces here for the Mustangs making plays. Number 24, Brazel, and Slaughter getting his name called a few times tonight.
They're going to fake the handoff to McGowan. He is looking deep, and that is going to be a pick by Logan Brooks. He's looking to return it here past the 15, and he will get stopped right around the 20.
No, and that's exactly what, you know, the Plum defense needed here, you know. Knoch's offense was starting to get a decent drive going, and they did have a decent drive, but Plum's defense still just shutting them down where it counts most.
Plum's defense has been absolutely stout tonight. Now the secondary getting involved for the first time tonight. We haven't really seen them that much. They haven't thrown the ball a whole lot, so it's nice to see the secondary get some love.
And, you know, that throw definitely had potential to be a touchdown if he let him back to the field a little bit more, but that was nice awareness by Logan Brooks, and obviously has the great hands we saw on offense, so he was able to make that catch, and huge turnover for the Mustangs.
Yeah, you see a lot of those wide receivers or running backs playing defensive back because of their good hands.
It looks like Odom will be in the backfield, something we'll probably see the rest of this game here. And they are going to go with Franzi. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get a few yards there on the play.
44 there on the tackle again. It feels like he's been called a lot tonight, too, as a tackler. He seems to be their version of Caden Thomas, inside linebacker, always around the ball.
And he has been running the ball a lot, too, as of now, so definitely someone they like to utilize both on offense and defense like we usually see in high school games.
Yeah.
I know you can go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sean Franzi here, Jake, throw some deep passes.
Yeah, and Byers in the backfield. I wouldn't be shocked if they do that here. In the yard, it's going to be a play action. They're going to give it to Westrick, who's going to try to find some space, and he gets the first down. It's down right around the 40-yard line. Nice play by Westrick there.
As strange as that may seem, that is the first time we've called David Westrick's name tonight. That shows how many weapons this Mustangs offense has.
Yeah, we're just going to mention how many weapons this Plum offense has and just how they just can dominate a whole game like they are today.
Yeah, they have so many weapons at wide receiver, especially with Pitts, Brooks, and Westrick. Even though they are all seniors, they're all very good.
And don't forget about Lamia, too. He was getting some offensive snaps there. And they have Thomas in motion. It looks like they are going to give it to Byer. It looks like he's going to be stopped at his tracks, so it will be a 2nd and long.
Yeah, that is surprising that they gave it to Don Byer there. He doesn't seem to be a good running back. He seems to be more of a pass blocker. I think he's one of their captains on defense. So.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to say that too, as he's a captain, because he is a sophomore. So, you know, a lot of these younger guys are getting the recognition they deserve, and it's going to really help them whenever they're seniors, because I believe they could be one of the best teams in their conference in a couple years, even though they are very talented now. But, you know, a lot of these young guys are going to get going here. It will be a high snap by Franzi. He is going to throw it deep. He has Westrick, and it's just going to miss him there.
That was a great throw by Sean Franzi. I don't know how he got that off. High snap, bobbled the ball, but that ball almost got caught by David Westrick. Just a few steps.
You know, and you were talking about these young players becoming like better and like them being one of the top teams in their senior year. It is an incredible change from middle school football to high school football. Like,
Yeah, you know, I agree, and I think Sean Franzi has really been adjusting well. You see his arm strength right now, I believe, has been better than it has been all season. Not a knock on his arm strength ever was, but right now he's making some throws, you know, he might not have been able to make earlier on in the year. So it's really nice to see him improve, and I think he could be a star at the quarterback position in the next couple years.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I think for the next couple years, you're going to see some good Mustang football with a lot of Eric Moore returning for his senior year next year. There's going to be a lot of good Mustang football. And the freshman class, too. They have some really good players. Nelson, Odom, Slaughter. They have a lot of great raw athletes. Division I caliber on that defense.
And this is Plum's first time out of the second half.
Yeah, Plum has dominated this game so far with only just under 2:30 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and you know, going back at how you said Eric Moore will be here next year as well, you know, not something we have to worry about. You know, it's not college where, you know, oh, he's a junior, he might declare for the draft. You know, you're a high schooler, you're here to stay unless you decide to opt out for some reason. But yeah, even if you enroll early, you still should be able to play the high school season. So it's really nice to have that security at those positions where they're going to be seniors next year.
Yeah, the offensive linemen have been really good, too. We haven't really mentioned them that much, but that offensive line, wow, lots of them are sophomores, very, very heavy doses of sophomores. They have been really good on that offensive line.
And Franz is going to look to throw here. He is going to go deep for Brooks, who makes the catch, and it looks like he is going to get into the end zone. Long touchdown by Logan Brooks.
Now we're getting Logan Brooks involved. Oh, no.
Yeah, you know, he had that one huge pick there to get us into this offensive possession. Now he gets that long touchdown. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's 39-0. This was supposed to be, you know, a very even game going into this game.
After seeing Eric Moore dominate the first half, seems Logan Brooks has taken that role in the second half. Big touchdown catch there, 60-yard plus touchdown reception, and the interception to set it up.
Especially the corners are lining up off of them, and you know, it looks like they're not really like challenged by them, but they are saying, hey, we're still a threat even though our running game's doing really well.
Yeah, I agree. As that kick was no good, it was blocked, so it will stay 39-0 Mustangs.
Even though the kicking game hasn't been great today, I think there's not anything you could really complain about with this Mustang team. Their defense has given up 0 points so far through almost 3 quarters, and their offense almost 40 points through 3 quarters. That's something we haven't even seen in the games where they've scored a lot of points.
Yeah, I just got back from filming that touchdown, and I think our offense isn't going to hold up. They're just going to keep pushing and keep scoring. I mean, it's just crazy. They're not going to let off at all.
Yeah, even with their top offensive player, Eric Moore, out the entire second half, they have still managed to score 2 touchdowns already this quarter.
I don't even think he's out. I just think we're sitting him for right now just to not risk injury.
Yeah, you know, again, I just can't speak enough about how well Franzi has developed. I mean, the throws he's been making are right on the money, you know. It's just been unbelievable, the ones with Samo Pitts and obviously that one with Brooks. It's just been awesome. It kind of reminds me of kind of how Pickett has been now, just dialing up to receivers.
Yeah, that might be, is that 3 touchdown passes for him today? That's a lot.
Talking about quarterbacks, looks like Santino is warming up on the sidelines. Maybe like put him in there to finish the game off.
Yeah, it looks to be they're going to do that here. With this game's blown over, I think they're going to put in Santino.
And what is mercy rule? Like, how many points do you need to score for it to be mercy rule?
I don't think we're close to that yet. But
I think we are, because the clock is running right now. So I believe it's a 5-touchdown lead or 30 points. I don't remember for sure. But whenever it is that point, the clock is running no matter what, unless there is, I believe, an injury.
Yeah, we might have a running clock the rest of this game. I don't think the game will still go on, but I don't think we'll have a running clock the entire game.
And here Knoch lines up for offense here.
Knox just got to keep running the ball here. I know they've struggled, but they just have to keep pushing it.
They're going to give it to their back here. That was McGowan on the carry.
Yeah.
As you said there, Justino, I don't think their quarterback trusts himself to throw the ball that much, and I think they're just going to keep pushing the running game.
Yeah, I am surprised they haven't decided to switch quarterbacks, at least to try it out a little. I'm not sure how many they have on their depth chart, but it seems to be that they have struggled throwing the ball. But their run game, even though it struggled, it has put up some solid numbers. I think they have over 100 rushing yards potentially.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if they do. That's been their offense here. It looks like they're lining up as if they're going to run again. And they will. They're going to hand it off to McGowan, who's going to get stopped short.
I don't even think that Knoch's going to even put up any points in this game because our defense just keeps stopping them. I mean, they're putting up great runs, but our defense just keeps stopping them.
And that was Jack Tondrell on the stop there. Nice play.
That might be the first time we've called his name tonight, too.
Looks like a lot of people are getting involved now.
Yeah, it looks to me they're going to try and get every single player on that defense involved.
You know, even these young guys heading in now, they're out there and they look like they've been doing this for 3-4 years.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
And he is looking to throw, and it is almost picked off by Nelson. Great play. They had a receiver open, but he was able to get his hands up.
Yeah, that was a good play by Nelson. Read the play there, knew that ball was coming out and tried to get a hand on it there, and just got unlucky, didn't intercept that.
Yeah, I think that was his first pass, too, since the pick by Logan Brooks.
And that will conclude the third quarter. Mustangs are up 39-0. Like, again, as talented as the Mustangs are, I don't think anyone would have predicted us to be up 39-0 going into the fourth. I mean, it's just been absolute domination by the Mustangs all around, you know. You could say in the Mars game, you know, their defense did really well. Their offense did just what they needed to do to win. But here, both sides of the ball have been absolutely dominant, and I just don't see them slowing down, even though it is the fourth quarter and they're up big.
Yeah, I think the defensive line and the offensive line are the key. When those two are playing elite football, that's when you're going to win all your games. That's what Plum has to focus on for future games when they get towards playoffs. Their defensive line and their offensive line, because those two have been really good tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like Knoch's going to be going for it on 4th and 5. No, they're not going for it?
They're going to be punting it here.
Okay.
Their punter is out on the field.
My apologies.
You're all right. And Logan Brooks is going to be out there for the return.
Back to punt number 40.
And the punt is underway. It looks like Brooks is going to try to return this here, and he will. He's going to get past the 30, past the 40. He's going to get to midfield, and he will get it right around the 40-yard line. Another big play by Logan Brooks.
Yeah, another big play for Logan Brooks. He has just been an animal on the field in this second half, like Eric Moore was in the first half.
You know, Samo Pitts, he has been great at blocking on punt returns and long runs.
All right, and we have Tommy Marzina joining us. Tommy, what do you think of this blowout by the Mustangs? I mean, it's just been crazy.
Well, I think the Mustangs are doing a great job on offense. Actually, both sides of the field. Great 2 plays to start off the drive for Eric Moore running it back. And then he had another rushing big pickup of yardage. So I think Mustangs keep this up, and I think we can come out of here with a win.
And it looks like it will be Saccone there as the quarterback. They're going to hand it off to number 28 there, Nicholas Sheffo.
Yeah, it looks to me they're going to be using all their depth here. Nicholas Sheffo is also a freshman.
You know, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Knoch's quarterback has been playing both sides of the ball all night. They have not really been giving him a break.
Yeah, that's tough for the as well as number 44, their tough-nosed running back. He has also been in there making basically every tackle for the defense.
And the rain is coming down now, so it'll be a true test to Saccone if he throws the ball here.
Yeah, that is surprising. I did not think there would be rain.
And they're going to hand it off, and it will be stopped in its tracks. That was Sheffo again.
Number 23, also another big impact player on offense for them. That was a blown-up tackle there by the defense.
And that was nothing you could do there. You know, they expected the run. They did run the ball, and it was just a great play on the defense.
It is coming down harder now, the rain. Very surprising. I did not think there'd be much rain tonight, but it looks like we are getting a shower coming through here. Not surprising.
Yeah, I thought we'd see tomorrow as the main like raining period here, but it looks like it's starting early. Zacone will take the snap. He's looking to throw. He's just going to throw it away. He was getting pressured. Nothing you could really do there.
Yeah, Sacone's trying to prove himself out here. It's tough though, coming in during the rain. Like that's really unfortunate. He hasn't really got many opportunities, so you always want to see players succeed. So that was a good effort by him to throw that ball.
And I believe this is going to be the Mustangs' first punt of the game as Franzi takes the field.
Yeah, that just has shown how good this Plum offense has been. They haven't punted the ball once.
And Franzi is going to punt it here. Nice looking punt. Let's see if they pin him deep here. They're going to let it roll, see if they can get it back. And I believe Pitts kept it on the 1 yard line.
That was a tremendous play by Samo Pitts there. He noticed that right away. You see those plays in the NFL all the time. The ball goes down the one, they teach you to grab it and throw it back. That way you can keep the ball in bounds. You've seen that with the Patriots, Bill Belichick, and you see it now with Samo Pitts.
You know, Sean Franzi, he is a really good quarterback, but he's also a great punter.
Yeah, you know, that was a perfect punt. You know, they got a decent roll there where Pitts was able to get it in stride and was able to keep it at the 1 yard line. But yeah, you know, I feel like more recently his punts have been like better and better each time. So really nice to see. That's an important part of the game.
Yeah, this has to be demoralizing though for the Knoch fans and the Knoch football team.
Looks like they're going to try to go for a safety. And
he is going to escape there. He's going to get a couple yards. I did think it was a safety. They had everyone there at the backfield, but
the Knoch running back escaped right there. That was a great escape. Another tackle by Samo Pitts.
Yeah, another player all over on defense.
And offense. He has had two-way players. That seems to me a lot of the star offensive players, except for on the line, have been playing really good on defense and offense.
Yeah, you know, again, like we've probably mentioned a few broadcasts, but just keep your most talented players on the field. That's what the Mustangs are doing, and it obviously has been working to perfection. They are going to hand it off here, but he isn't going to get much. So it will be a third down.
Third and short here for the Knoch Knights.
And that was Nelson on the tackle.
Seems to me that both Darians for the Mustangs have been doing really good tonight. Nelson and Slaughter, both freshmen, both very tall and talented. Both play both sides of the ball very well. Slaughter more of a defensive player, but they've been both playing excellent tonight.
And they are going to take Nelson out, and I believe he was replaced by number 20, Brandon Weisenbach. Looks like they're going to keep a similar formation, 3rd and 1. They are going to hand it off, and I believe he did get the first down, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, that was a tackle by number 20 there. Brandon Weisenbach just came in the game.
And they are going to call it first down, so nothing you can really do there. 3rd and 1. You just have to make the best play you can to get that stop, but looks like they will get a first down.
Well, there is a rolling clock now for the game since it is a 39-0 game.
Yeah, and it looks like Knoch's just going to run whatever plays they feel like could work for later games, as there's nothing they can really do here to come back. Will be a high snap, and he is going to get knocked down.
You know, I feel like Knoch is in the same position where we were last week against Highland, where, you know, at this point, just try anything, those 50-50 plays, you know, to try to get some momentum and some yardage back.
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons they beat Highlands, or what was it, Mars last week, was because of the run blocking on defense, because their defense while they've given up 39 points, they haven't been the weakest link. I think the offense has struggled a bit more than that defense.
We have Landon Dunnick joining us. Landon, what do you think you're going to see from the Mustangs here? Obviously, they're up big. What do you think they'll do when they get on offense again?
Well, I mean, there's key players that have stepped back into the game tonight. Like we have Logan Brooks back from off his injury that put him out last week, and we have Nick Lamia, who was out since the start of the season, and they're both in right now. And Eric had an amazing first half, so if they seem to be playing amazing tonight. So yeah, that's all that we could have hoped for tonight, especially on homecoming.
Yeah, as the clock winds down, there's around 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Looks like number 84, Zach Naperkowski, is coming in on defense. It looks like they're going to have no one in the backfield with the quarterback here.
Yeah, it looks to me they're going to throw it.
Do have a man in motion. And they are going to hand it off. It's a jet sweep type play, but he's not going to get anything there. Another aggressive play by the Mustangs.
Number 7, Oprosky on the carry.
And that was number 7, Oprosky, on the carry there. And that was Brazel on the tackle. You can see Eric Moore, he's just loving it right now. He loves how his Mustangs are doing. Obviously, the huge game in just one half. You just love to see it here.
Yeah, if he would have stayed in for the whole game, he might have had the same number of rushing yards he's had all season in this game.
The punt is underway, but the Mustangs are going to have positive field range here.
You know, that punt, it looked to be almost blocked, but, you know, good job by their punter to get it away without being blocked.
Yeah, this game is moving faster, folks, as we have under 3 minutes left in this game. The rolling clock now because of the 39-0 lead by the Mustangs.
And I don't know about you guys, but do you think they're just going to let Saccone throw it a couple times? I mean, you know, he's out there to prove something. He hasn't gotten as much playing time as we probably assumed, you know. Do you think he's going to throw the ball?
Yeah, I think he's going to throw the ball. I think one of the reasons why they put in Franzi mid-season is because of the turnovers. I think for Plum, they can't afford to have turnovers consistently all game long.
And also at this point, there's really nothing to lose. Like, if you throw a couple interceptions, like, does it really matter?
They're going to give it to Sheffo, who's going to get a couple yards there.
It's nice to see another running back. That might be the 4th or 5th running back now, and 3 of them are freshmen that have been doing really well so far for the Mustangs.
Yeah, seeing a lot of freshmen, and that seems like it's a point of emphasis for Coach Matt Morgan because, you know, building a program, you need some young talent to start playing here so they can develop. And, you know, he wants to make this team a contender for as long as he can. And I think right now the Mustangs are in line to do just that.
It looks to be that the rain has stopped now.
Saccone takes the snap. It's going to be a tough handoff here. He will be stopped in his tracks.
I'm really surprised we haven't seen Saccone throw the ball here. We only have a minute and a half left, but showing himself, proving himself will look good for the coaching staff. I'm really surprised with the play calling.
And so there's just going to be a little over a minute left until the 4th quarter ends here. Looks like Sheffo is back as the running back.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see Santino Saccone let it loose here. 3rd and 10. It's a throwing down.
You know, like we said before, today was just a great performance by the Plum Mustangs.
And he is going to keep it himself, try to get the first. Gets around 8 yards there on the play.
Yeah, looks to be close. I'm not sure if the Mustangs are looking for field goal range or if they're just going to wind this clock down here. Less than 40 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they go for it here. It doesn't look like they're going to kick it. I don't see Bueno out there. So they're probably just going to keep it. I guess just do whatever they can to make sure the clock hits 0.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they don't look like they have a play clock right now or a game clock. That might be the last play of the game there, Jake.
Yeah, let's see what the refs decide like here.
Yeah, that does appear to be the last play of the game.
So this was a really great Mustang victory.
Great Mustang victory.
Yeah, you know, I feel like this is the real first game where we saw the Mustangs click 100% on offense and defense. You know, obviously both did well on specific games, not all combined, but I think right now they put everything on focus here, and they were able to come away with an amazing 39-0 win over a tough conference game.
Now the Mustangs, the young Mustangs, are 3-2 in the section. I think the slow start was because they were so young. There's a lot of freshmen on this team, a lot of inexperience. So now they are 3-5 in the section, and they have a realistic shot now, a very good chance, if I believe if Highlands lost tonight, of getting into the playoffs.
And you know, I got to give some credit to Knoch because out of the second half, whenever they came out, their offense did play a lot better. So definitely got to give them some credit, even though
they did hold the Mustangs to only 13 second half points, which is an improvement from 26 in the first half.
And you know, this is, I believe, the second shutout that the Mustangs have had this season. It just shows how whenever they win, you know, their defense has been just absolutely dominant. And they're making sure that they were able to read everything, making almost every stop, I feel like. And it's just been so much fun to watch. I couldn't say enough about how the Mustangs have played this game.
Yeah, even though they gave up 35 points last week, to the top team in the section, Hampton, their defense has been extremely improved. From the beginning of the season, where they were not doing very well and getting blown out against Franklin Regional and North Hills, to now shutting out teams with the same record as them. So similar competition.
You know, an update on that Highlands game. The score was 34-7 Highlands over Armstrong.
So that is tough right there. I believe Highlands, if they would have lost, would have guaranteed us a spot in the playoffs. So we do play Armstrong next week. So if Highlands is doing this well against Armstrong, this must mean something good is coming for us next week on the road.
Yeah, you know, Armstrong is a tough team. You know, Highlands, I think is pretty good too, but I'm shocked that it's that margin of victory here.
It's sort of like the margin of victory here, only a little bit smaller.
All right, but I think that concludes the game. Do you guys have anything else you want to mention before we go off air?
Yes. I'm back on. I'm all excited. Hey, first of all, good job with the broadcast, guys. What a huge victory by the Mustangs. I was just looking at some out-of-town scores, and some shocked me. Highlands is up by 2 or 3 scores against Armstrong, against the Riverhawks, and that's who we play next week. So, and Indiana's getting beat pretty badly by Hampton and Greensburg-Salem, who we played the last game of the season here at home. They are ahead of Mars by only 7 points. So, I mean, hate to look into the future, but the Mustangs travel to Armstrong next week. They're struggling. So, you know, and then the following week home to Greensburg-Salem, and they're struggling. So, you know, there's a good chance Plum wins out. They finish second in the section, which means they would host a playoff game that first weekend of November. So that's all super well and good. You know, and Plum took care of business tonight. Eric Moore had an incredible night. Glad to see that, you know, he wasn't severely hurt. So the Mustangs now potentially getting Jordan Edwards Major back next week can start to solidify that line. And, you know, if Plum gets a home game in the playoffs, being obviously the top 3 teams get a bye, the division winners, and TJ will probably be the 4 seed. You know, Plum could be a 5 or a 6 seed and get a very beatable opponent in the first round before they would have to hit in the quarterfinals a potential heavyweight, you know, whether it's a Bell Vernon or an Aliquippa. So really good job by the Mustangs. They took care of business tonight, and super excited now as Matt Diss is panning to the right, excuse me. We will have, because of the homecoming festivities, and congratulations to Mara Marston, the Mustangs now, the band will play here, and we'll stick with the band as we start wrapping up our headsets, and we will leave you tonight with the Plum High Band with, once again, the final score, the Plum Mustangs 39 and the Knoch Knights 0. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and good night, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the Plum Mustang Marching Band to the field. The band is under the direction of Bethany Lloyd with assistant directors Megan Masego and Noah Kilgus. The band front is expertly coached by Jessica Clark, Danielle Meek, Laura Delvecchio, Jenny Festa, and Joellen Wild. Our 2021 field show, Darkness Takes the Stage, will take you on a thrilling journey through the night. Tonight you will hear selections from Phantom of the Opera, Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Suddenly Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors, and Dancing Through Life and Defying Gravity from Wicked. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy as the Mustang Marching Band takes the stage. Thank you.